Orlando is making another push to bring a MLB expansion team down to Orlando. The former Orlando Magic executive, Pat Williams, filed to use revenue from tourist taxes and tax collections to bring a Major League Baseball team in. He would like to have the team via expansion or relocation. So what he's saying is, if I'm reading this right, Brad, he doesn't really care. He just wants there
Right.
to be a team in Orlando.
Yeah, pretty much. And so with the Rays trying to figure out their stadium situation, he's kind of like, we could put a stadium here and you can come here. And my thing before was kind of like, well, the Orlando Magic are not like that big of a deal in Orlando, but I did some looking into it, and it's because I live on the because I live on the West Coast, and because the Magic are not very good right now. That's why I felt like the Magic were not a very big deal, but they are. They're sitting smack dab in the middle of the NBA with attendance.
Really?
Yeah, they fill about 95% of their venue every single night on average, which
Whoa.
the NBA does really, really well. There are only a few teams sitting down below 80 to 85%. Small venues help. Also, being indoors during the winter in a lot of places helps, and they
Yep.
do a really good job with drawing fans, despite it being really freaking expensive to go to a game. But
Right.
so my thing though is like, I don't know if Orlando could support a baseball team. I mean, we've seen the other teams in Florida that are really struggling. Like the Rays struggle, obviously, with attendance. The Marlins always struggle with attendance. And I don't know that the solution is necessarily bringing a baseball team to a tourist city, which, Tampa, the Tampa Bay area, tourist area.
For sure.
Miami, tourist area. Orlando, more of the same. I don't think it would really necessarily improve it.
I agree. I
So,
totally agree. He's
yeah.
proposed a $1.7 billion stadium. Taxes would pay almost half of that, $975 million worth. So that's
A little more than
at
half,
least,
yeah.
yeah, at least he's got, you know, a plan. It's better than his clip art graphics for what he thinks the logo should look like. And we can all probably agree that it's horrible.
It is. It's so
It's
bad.
terrible.
It's in the name too. You're gonna have to come up with a better name than the Dreamers,
The
because that was what he
Orlando
came up with.
Dreamers.
Yeah, so he came up with this whole thing in 2019, and he looks like it's kind of resurfaced, and he's bringing it back with expansion and relocation heating up for the Rays and MLB and everything like that. I don't think it'll happen. That is, for me, that Orlando would be considerably far down the list. I would look at it many other places before I looked at Orlando as far as relocation or expansion.
You
But
got to
no.
think that he saw Salt Lake City and went, "Oh, that's got
Oh,
to be
it was
horrible."
almost like, oh, the game started again. Okay, I would throw my hat back in.
Exactly.
That's what it felt like
Yeah.
to me.